All right. Welcome again, everybody. We're going to give you our finals breakdown in terms of the games for the series between the Heat and the Lakers and our impact players for each side for game one tonight. And then we'll transition over to which two teams we think will end up being in the Super Bowl for 2021. So I'm going to hand it off to my boy, B. We're going to talk about tonight's game, what's our score for the night, as well as who we think is going to win the series and in how many games.
All right. So, knowing that we are both Laker fans, game one is going to be very tough. Both teams are there for a reason. They're the best two teams left. Now, I'm going to go with a shock. I'm going to go with Miami winning tonight. And Tyler Hero is going to prevail, winning 112 to 110. Now, at the end of the day, it's going to basically be the Lakers in 6. But as you've been watching the playoffs in the bubble, the Lakers lost game one of every 6 except for Denver. So when they lose the first game, I think that gets them going. But eventually, our Lakers, because me and my boy, we love them Lakers, we're going to be holding up the championship, the trophy. So we good.
Yeah, likewise, I feel that Miami will take game one. However, I'm going to go in a different direction. This guy is new to the finals, but he's been holding it down all postseason. He can do it from the inside and from the out. And he's one of the best rim protectors in this league.
Oh.
I'm going to go with this boy that's named Bam Adebayo.
Okay.
I do think that Miami will win. I think it will be a close contest. I think it will be Miami 108, Lakers 105. I do think that the series is going to go 6 as well. I initially said 5 on social media, but I do think that how well Coach Spoelstra is going to have his boys ready and Jimmy Buckets is going to show up throughout the series. I do at least respect Miami to at least have 2 games. So ultimately, I do think that it will ultimately go 6 games for this series. So now we're going to transition over to our Super Bowl picks, who we think that will represent the AFC and the NFC for this upcoming Super Bowl. So I can start. I believe that to represent the AFC is going to be someone who has been there before, who's well coached. And I don't know what it is, but I just got this feeling in my gut. I'm going to have to wave a terrible towel. Got them Steelers representing the AFC. And then I have Mr. Metcalf and Mr. Russ himself representing the NFC. So we're looking at a Steelers versus Seahawks Super Bowl prediction.
I'm back. All right, I'm good. So with me, I'm gonna go with the reigning Super Bowl champs, Patrick Mahomes, in the Super Bowl versus those Dallas Cowboys. Now, I know we started out rough, but with a new coaching staff and everything, gave my man Prescott his money, got 3 solid wide receivers, the number 1 running back in the game. Once they get healthy, I feel like they're gonna get it going. However, we're gonna get there, and then we're gonna make Stephen A. Smith proud. We're gonna lose the big game.
So let me get this straight. You want me to believe a team from the NFC least, as some sportcasters are calling the NFC East, is going to make it through all the way?
Because I'll say it like this: being 1-2, it's not like we got blown out. We lost by 3 to the Rams and a touchdown by the Seahawks. That's gonna get us going. If we can learn how to win the close games, how them Falcons feeling right now. But yeah, if we can learn how to finish the close games, it's gonna get us better for the playoffs. Now, the only reason why I'm saying the Chiefs is because a lot of speed on that offense. Like Tyreek Hill, think he's like the fastest person in the NFL.
Got this boy that's from LSU. That's a rookie. He's only get better as that weather starts getting cold.
But I don't know if he's gonna be able to stay with my boy Zeke, because we eating out here. Man. We eat. Come on, man.
Oh, okay.
But if the Cowboys lose, it's gonna probably be Seattle. That's the backup. So Dallas, Seattle, and then obviously the Chiefs are gonna be like Patrick Mahomes. I'm gonna say right now, he's gonna be the face of the NFL for years to come.
Absolutely. That's a bad brother.
Shout out to them light skins, by the way.
Indeed. I thought y'all went out of style, but apparently y'all came back. All right, and then we're gonna wrap up our last segment here. We want to just talk a little bit about mental health as it pertains to us guys. We've seen that throughout the playoffs for the NBA, that people have been dealing with a lot of mental health issues, and how that's been affecting their play, as well as affecting them as being husbands and just being citizens in this time where we're dealing with a lot of racial injustices. And we wanted to just shed a little light upon that. I'm going to pass it off to my co-host and see what your thoughts are on that.
Yeah, so basically it's pertaining, whether it's athletes, professional athletes, or regular life people like me and my brother Calvin. People go through issues all the time. They go through mental health issues all the time. Now, it's nothing to play with. Like, basically, like for instance, like in the NBA, like Kevin Love, Paul George, like even though they got a lot of money in the world, millions of dollars, they still go through the same stuff we do. Now, obviously, they probably get more treatment than we do, but it's like mental health. It's all in the brain. Like you could be having a bad day today and then have a good day tomorrow. Like it's like what's the word I'm looking for? Inconsistent.
Right. Absolutely. So segueing into that, how important do you think it is that as men that lead our household, whether it's at the boyfriend level, or husband level, how important is that to be able to have consistent mental health, and what impacts can that have not only on you as a male, but on your partner?
So like basically to like keep it general, like if you're having a bad day, um, your other half should be there to like assist you with ways on how you can make your day better. Don't bring your bad day home to your missus or your miss, like, because that'd be bad for the household. Like, just because you having a bad day and she could be having a great day, that's not a good look. Like, you want to keep the house happy. Like, happy wife, happy life. Yeah, that's exactly where they probably got that from.
Exactly. And I'm gonna add on to that, and I'm gonna say happy house, happy spouse.
Mm-hmm.
It's very important for both sides to hold each other accountable and to know when something's off and do a check-in with each other, especially during these times that we're in, when we're thinking about how things are being affected in terms of our jobs, in terms of our day-to-day life, in terms of um, the lack of social interaction that some people may be having, or the social distance guidelines in terms of the CDC that we have to follow. How important it is just to call someone, send them a text, check on them, see how they're doing, making sure that they're okay. Um, it really is important in this day and age. We would like to shout out a couple of businesses um, that we know. Um, just to wrap up the segment, we're both graduates from the first historically Black college or university, Lincoln University of Pennsylvania, not to be fused with the one that's in Missouri, even though
Mm-hmm.
we got love for Missouri as well. We just want to make sure we make that distinction. Um, so, one business that we would like to highlight for those who are in the New York area, um, a good friend of ours and a good colleague of ours named Quana Lacia Fambro. She has
Quan,
had,
okay.
yes, indeed. Um, she is a great servant in terms of that she's a lawyer in New York. And she has a business called Shine a Light on Them, which is dedicated towards helping youth that's in the Bronx area of New York, as well as um, we also have another business. Hopefully, I can pull it up shortly. To apologize.
Oh, and by the way, also, let's shout out those Zetas. You know, she's a part of those Zetas, the blue and white. I see y'all out there.
Right. Big shout out to Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Um, much love. And then, hold on one second. Trying to get the other business up here. Okay, so the other business that I want to highlight is a colleague of mine from high school. She lives in the DMV area. She does catering, but she also has a business called, and this is the Instagram handle, at THISIS_AINT_FREE. And this is dedicated towards if you want to get different clientele in terms of um, whether you have a bag that you want to get, or if you want to get a sleepwear, t-shirts, mugs, face masks. If you want to, because sometimes the cloth ones they get dirty. So if you need an update on that and you won't want to go to Amazon, but you want to keep your dollar in the Black community, that's another option to go to as well. So we hope that you've enjoyed
Hold on.
our. Oh, sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
before we wrap up, I just want to say to the people, like, for real, and this is on two serious notes. First note is that if you go out to Walmart, wherever you shop, to the mall, even on a walk, please wear your mask. Like, this is not going to be a forever thing. Just wear it until they say you don't have to wear it anymore. And then number two, mark this on your calendar, November 3rd. Please go out and vote. This is like the biggest vote election there is right now. Like, after watching the election last night, or not the election, the presidential debate, please, whether you white, black, Asian, whatever you are, Republican, Democrat, whoever you stand for, please go out and vote.
Absolutely. Sending your mail-in ballots ahead of time if you need to do that. If you're older, we understand. As well as, make sure that you're registered to vote. Mm-hmm. Make sure that you're out at the voting poll. Make sure your vote counts. This is not a light thing to play with. There's a lot of things that's going on in our country right now, and we just want to make sure that whatever decision you make, that your decision one counts and that you're being heard as a citizen. So please make sure that you come out and vote. But as we're both for Lincoln University alum, I think it's only right that
you
Lincoln Pride.
You see us out here.
We thank you for the love. We thank you for joining us today, and we thank you for sharing on our page and continuing to promote this going forward. We thank you for your time. Humbly thank you. On behalf of both me and my brother, we're signing out. Remember to follow New York Lifestyle. Remember to like our page. And remember to make comments on how we can improve and do better each and every week, because ultimately we're doing this to serve you. All right. Have a good evening.